Dímelo, mi gente. What up? It's your boy Gus back with another podcast. This is episode 5. Thank you for the reminder. I am Gus from GusVillaJewelry. It is the Very, Very Senseless podcast. It doesn't mean anything to do with jewelry, even though the pun exists. I am here with the coveted, the world-renowned, the grand, mother effing DJ Melo. Can we get a clap in the back?
Let's go.
Jerry
Jerry's supposed to clap. Why is it episode 5 and still
it doesn't
we can't get the
thing
clap,
is,
dog.
It doesn't resonate. It doesn't resonate. You know
think
what I
so?
mean? Like, I don't understand why he just doesn't give it. It's an effort thing.
No,
it's an effort thing.
Do you think it's like me? You
No,
think
I
it's
think
me?
it may be you. It may be you,
You
honestly.
think it's me? Because I'm not big enough yet?
Yeah. I bet if it was DJ David
Tiesto,
Guetta,
this guy would be out
he'd
here
on
on his hands and knees.
I can't wait.
Yeah, delivering the greatest podcast, the greatest production ever, dog. You know what I'm saying, though?
That being said, we're here, unfortunately, once again with our producer, Jerry, the bicycle mechanic.
Creep retired.
/ executive
Tell him about
producer.
Creep retired.
Creep, as you guys know, you may have seen him in my regular videos. He's now going to be gone. He's
gone because he sucks. Let's
but
be serious.
He's not good.
He's
not
self-aware.
good.
He knew he sucked, and he moved on.
And
like,
he's
whatever,
moving on
dude.
to bigger and better things. He's not going to be a pilot. Good for him. Shout out to Creep. Shout out to my boy Creep. And yeah, so we have Jerry in the house. You guys already know the drill. It's 5 topics, 10-minute timer on each one of those topics. We're going to jump right into this podcast.
Are we? No, I don't want to jump in, dog.
I like to jump in. Let's
do a little like a monologue. You know what I'm saying? Like a monologue. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm upset, dog.
Monologue. Tell me
and
why.
I'll tell you why I'm upset, dog.
Talk to me, mad rapper. Because I went John Blaze with that.
When this comes out, it's gonna be a little bit too late. But I went to Monday Night Football, dog, and the Dolphins lost, dog. Because there's death, there's taxes, and there's the Dolphins losing in December, dog. It's. I'm sick of it, and all I got was this stupid shirt.
Yeah,
that I was gonna wear.
Brand new shirt?
No, this is the shirt they gave away at the game. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I thought that I was gonna wear it. No, super sweat. I'm sweating right now. You can't tell, but I'm sweating right. And look at the shirt; it looks pristine. However, I thought it was gonna be a Victorious shirt, and now I got to deal with this. Just
abysmal shirt.
It's Miami, dog.
Yeah.
It's Miami, dog, and I hate it, and you know, whatever, dog. But
but you know what? Guess what, though, dog? You went to the game. You had fun, and we'll get them next time.
Oh my God! That is the worst thing you could have.
That is the epitome.
That's the worst thing ever, dog. Yeah,
like, look, I watch a lot of football games.
You don't know the journey.
Yeah. No, I've a lot of football games with a lot of women in my life. And the worst, dog, when you're feeling it and you're
up, dog. You're ready to I'm ready punch a wall, right. Anybody.
Like, it was a good game,
it was
though,
a great game. It was a good
game.
They battled.
Yeah, it was tough. And we're gonna get them next time. We're gonna get them bro. Shut the fuck up. Actually, shut the fuck up.
Actually, shut the fucking all the way the fuck up, dog.
I don't believe in domestic violence, but in that case.
Oh, dog, in that case, dog, yeah, let's get it, dog. And guess what? I'll take her to court, and the judge, as long as it's not a female,
he'll agree.
He'll agree and be like, I get it.
You're right.
And let's move on from this.
Right.
I'm not going to keep wasting my time because I get it, dog, because I also punched my wife.
Just don't say nothing.
Because she said,
just don't say nothing.
Don't say anything. At that point, don't say, be weird. Let it be awkward. Let it be whatever it is, dog. Let it be whatever it is.
You know what I'm saying?
But don't add to it. Don't try to fix it. There's no fixing it. You try to fix it, dog, and it just.
That's it right there. Don't try to fix it, dog. Don't say nothing. Just you don't understand
because you don't get it, dog.
No, it's not a good game.
No, it's not.
If it's a good game,
we're
we
eliminated. We collapsed in December for the 20th time in my life. I'm 34 years old. What's the percentage on that, dog? I'm sick of it. dog.
It's a lot to a little. That's the percentage on it, dog. God.
But anyways, dog, yeah, that's why I'm upset, dog. I'm upset, dog. I thought it was going to be a celebratory day, and it's not a celebratory day. I'm upset, dog.
Topic number 1. Topic number 1.
Give it to me.
So, as you guys know, for the people that don't know, this is the first time hearing the podcast. Here is the structure. We give 5 trending topics. We put a 10-minute timer. That's where Jerry comes in. I mean,
Jerry's not even paying attention, dog. It's the craziest thing, dog. He's literally texting his girl. Like, come on, man. You know,
abysmal
either
performance.
Here or you're not, Jerry.
Right,
you know what I'm saying, though? Either here or you're not, dog.
We put a 10-minute timer on there. We talk about the topic for 10 minutes, then we move on to the next one. Some of the things may be trending. Maybe by the time you hear it, some things maybe not, but it's our opinion on it. Of course, we have one topic that we allow you guys to chime in on. Comment down below if you guys haven't heard it. Put it, whatever it is that you guys want us to talk about, we're going to choose one, and you might hear it in next week's episode. So here we go. Topic number 1. 10-minute timer, Jerry.
We're starting.
Let's go. Let's do it. All right, so here's the thing. I got this topic from another podcast. Shout out to, I don't know what that other podcast was, but I thought it was such an interesting question.
Okay.
And he hit it with the other guy. It was a 2-man show. Hit it with the question. Here it comes. Right now, if you had the option, number 1, you get $100,000 wired to your account right now. Boom.
I'll suck it.
Right now. No. Listen. You get $100,000 wired to you right now.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Okay.
Give me your wired information. Boom.
No taxes.
20 minutes, it's wired to you, 100 grand.
Yeah.
Or you flip a coin for $10 million.
No, I'll take the 100K.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll take the 100K.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll take the 100K. What are you, crazy, dog? You're a businessman, dog. Like, you would take that kind of risk?
I'll flip it for
No, why would you flip
it for 10
why?
million.
Explain to me why, and then we can. And then I'll follow up.
Do you want the real truth or do you want like my basic truth?
No, yeah.
Okay, no.
Come on,
okay.
man.
Look, all right.
Okay, first of all, dog, don't ask for truth. This podcast is about truth.
Okay.
Dog, I took off my front tooth last week.
Yeah.
For this goddamn podcast that only 4 people watch, dog. And one of them is your mom, and the other one's my mom, and the other one's Jerry and my girl. And that's it, dog. And Jerry barely watches it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
he just leaves it on for the view. Just to record a view.
for the culture, cuz.
I just like it. I don't even like watching this.
Yeah.
And he puts fire emojis.
Yeah.
Like the standard, like when you see like your boy supporting, like it's like, yo, whatever. I'm not gonna go on that rant, dog, but go ahead, dog. Go ahead.
I'm flipping it for 10 million.
Why?
Because $100,000
You're a lot more cerebral than that.
No.
You're a lot smarter than that, dog.
Like,
look, you're a businessman, dude.
I
Like,
get what
come
you're
on,
saying.
man.
I get what you're saying, right? But here's the thing. If anything, if you start a business in anything that you do, your odds are not 50-50. They're not. They're just not.
They're not.
Your
Okay,
odds
that's
are
fine.
like 5 to 95 that you're going to fail. Okay, cool.
Okay, no
awesome.
problem.
I don't think that $100,000 in my particular line of business or in anything. I'm just looking at my situation.
Okay.
Just me. I don't think $100,000 is that crazy. $100K
doesn't mean anything to you.
Right now, it does. I'm not going to say anything crazy,
then.
but not enough to where I won't risk it for $100,000. I never had that $100,000, so I don't give a fuck. So really, to me, it's just a matter of just flipping the coin for $10 million because that $100,000 wasn't mine to begin with. I don't care. But if you're going to give me 50-50, in other words, if they were to tell me right now, Gus, start a business and in a year or in 3 years or even in 5 years, you're going to have $10 million in a bank, that's 90-10, and I'll take those odds because I'm going up against those odds. That's the same thing with my business
but here's the thing. You have a say in that. You don't have a say in the coin.
Doesn't matter.
No, of course it matters.
Of course it does. Of course it does. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
But the say is 50%.
Okay.
The say is 50%.
So what?
If I go gamble, I don't even have those odds.
Yeah, no.
And you're gonna give me those odds?
Yeah, but you're comparing it to
$10 million?
gambling, dude. Gambling, your odds are already absurdly like low. Like it's you know what I'm saying? Here I am 100%. How about this? 100% you're getting 100K no matter what happens, dog.
I'll gamble that.
No.
I'll gamble that. And yeah, 1,000% I would. I wouldn't even think about it. Look, to me, $100,000, yes, it's a lot of money. I understand that. And I'm not trying to downplay the $100,000. But it's money that I never had. And to me, $100,000 isn't gonna make me or break me. It really isn't.
Okay.
Even if right now $100,000 gets evaporated, and again, this is why I didn't want to say, do you want to hear the truth? Because I don't want to sound like this pompous piece of shit that has millions of dollars.
Papo, this is episode 5. You've been sounding like a pompous piece of shit for 4 episodes already, dog. Come on, dude. You know what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is, I don't want to sound like $100,000 isn't the craziest amount of money, because it is. Because it is.
I mean, it's not a crazy amount of money, but it's a helpful amount of money.
But what I'm saying is, to me, in my situation, it's not going to make me or break me. But $10 million is life-changing money.
It's gonna make you.
Yeah. And if you give me the odds of 50%, then I'm gonna take
so
that
then so that you flip the coin, you don't get it.
Okay, that's fine. I don't care.
So the 100K that you could have just
that's okay.
had.
That's okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but that's okay. That money wasn't mine to begin with. So I would rather not, like if they tell me, hey, $100,000, pay $100,000 and you get a coin flip for $10 million, then I would be like, ooh.
Well, yeah, you know what? Now, yeah, maybe you might have a point there.
Then I would be like,
that's a good way to present it.
My $100,000, but $100,000 worth mine.
No. Hold on. You're saying take your $100,000.
No.
Or they're giving you the $100,000.
Their $100,000 are yours, regardless.
Here. But that's the thing. It's the same question, really.
No.
If you think about it, it's the same question.
No. But those $100,000 are yours. Don't flip this coin.
That's what I'm saying.
If you flip the coin, you don't have that $100,000.
It's the same thing.
No, because I don't own those $100,000. It's different. It's different because the $100,000 aren't in my bank account.
That's what I'm saying. So what you're saying is, if they're putting your $100,000 up.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
That was my argument. Like, if I have to pay $100,000, hey, listen, you get a 50-50 chance to flip a coin, but you have to pay $100,000.
Yeah.
Something like that. I'd be like, nah. But because I don't own those $100,000, then to me, again, this is just me.
Yeah.
It's not secure money to me. I know the argument you're saying. You're saying,
dude.
dog, it's $100,000.
It's
Fuck those $10 million.
For free. For free. Literally, if you give me that option right now in 2 seconds, I have $100,000. Come on, man.
Or you could not do that and flip it and say heads.
That's
bing,
not,
bing,
no,
bing, bing.
dog. You
Heads.
see,
Now
you know what all that means to me? Go ahead.
But wait, now you got $10 million in your bank account. Now what do you do?
Yeah,
now you're
fine.
retired.
$10 million
your mom's
in my bank
retired.
account.
Your
No,
girl's
I'm not retired.
$10 million is
not in today's economy.
Money. Okay, I don't give a fuck whose economy it is. $10 million. I mean, for the most part, you buy 4 cribs, you live off the rent, and you're good.
Yeah, I get it, dog. I get it. But $100K also can get you started on a good little business. You know what I'm saying, dog? Like, it can also get you to that 10 mil. Easy peasy, dog. Not easy peasy, but it can get you there. It can get you started very well. Like you just said, if I start a business today, right now, forget about GVJ, right? Forget about my DJ anything. Forget about business, period. You are working back at Amex. You're working back at T-Mobile. We're 2 losers there laughing about our boy being a moron the day after. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that time, and they say, here's, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's $100K, dog, or flip a coin for 10 mil.
I'll still flip a coin for 10 mil.
No,
I don't know.
dude, that's crazy, dog.
Yeah, I know that's crazy.
That's crazy, dude.
I know that's crazy.
Especially you. You want to compare it to yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not smart. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, man.
You're like Rain Man, right? Like you're an idiot savant, right? You're able to finagle it some way, somehow, in a moronic way, but you're able to get it done.
But it makes it happen.
You make it happen.
That's right.
So if I gave you specifically GusVillaJewelry from GVJ, $100K, without GVJ existing, without anything, without you knowing nothing, if I gave you $100K, you would flip that into fucking probably 10 mil.
No, I don't think. Yeah,
I think so, dog. I might be giving you too much credit because you're kind of autistic, but like, you know what I'm saying. But again, you're like Rain Man, dog. Like, you know, he bankrolled the casino. You know what I'm saying? I think you could do the same, dog. Like, $100K is a good starter way. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good way to start something huge that could even make you 20 mil, 30 mil, 50 mil.
But I think that's just putting it in a hypothetical situation to fit your argument, because I'm not in a situation where I don't have any money, zero capital, and I'm literally like broke, living on the street. I think if that were the case, then of course. I mean, if I'm like living in a car, I'm eating
dog. No, but hold on, no, but that's what. But that's the thing. That's why I'm telling you, put yourself back in just being back at T-Mobile or being Amex. You're making decent money.
Yeah,
you're making decent money.
I think that even if
you know what I'm saying,
even if I was working at Amex, I think even if I was working at T-Mobile, regardless of the fact, I don't know if I wouldn't flip that coin. I would flip that coin because
I don't know.
Again, look, you get very, very little opportunities in your life to completely change the trajectory of your path in this world, and very little times do you get 50-50 odds. I understand that 50-50 odds aren't bad, right? Aren't great. But most of the time, when those opportunities come into your life in general, they're usually very little. When I was presented with the opportunity to start GVJ, again, the odds, if you look at statistically any business owner, they're 5 to 95. You're gonna fail that business.
Yeah.
You're gonna be fucked.
Any business.
You as a DJ, how many DJ friends do you know are out there doing what you're doing in the span of what you're doing? You're beating the odds.
Right.
And yet you still went through it, right? If someone's going to give me life-altering money, life-altering money, that means your mom's good, your family's good, your dad's good, your brother, your sister, everybody's Gucci. $10 million is generational wealth if you really know how to do what you do it. And you're gonna give me 50-50 odds? I'm flipping that coin 1,000%.
No, I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm still because I never. But here's the thing, okay? But think about this. The way that you're saying it is like, okay, me as a DJ, right? So you just said, oh, you beat the odds, whatever, and so did you. We kind of have beat certain odds, right? We're not by any stretch Elon Musk or Bill Gates or anything like that, but we have beat the odds, right?
Sure.
So why not bet on yourself with 100K? If you did it with 0 in your bank account, why couldn't you do it with 100K, dog?
Good point.
You understand what I'm saying? Then you flip the coin, you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And now you're not, you know what I'm saying? You're not advancing. I would take my chances if I already beat the odds while having a negative net worth. I would take the 100K, not have a negative net worth, and then attack everything that I'm gonna attack.
But just more with a cushion.
With a cushion, dude. Because if I did it without a cushion, you remember when, bro. I mean, if you want to talk about our specific situations, dude, I text you first, and I spoke to you, and I said I'm quitting this job, and I had no plan, only except that I had 2 months worth of money.
That's true.
And if after these 2 months, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying like, what's that? 10K, 12K? So you gave me 10K, 12K, and I kind of sort of made it happen, dog. Again, I'm not saying, okay, I'm here Tiesto, okay, I'm here David Guetta, and that Jerry would pay attention to my podcast. I'm not saying that. Right. But what I'm saying is if I did it with 10 or 12K, I'll take my chances with 100K. I'll probably be, I'm not here. I'm getting ahead of myself. No. I'll probably be Tiesto. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to be Tiesto.
Headlining at Ultra next year.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying, dog? Like, as opposed to like, yes, I get it, 10 mil, but it's almost like you're giving up and saying like, this is the only way I'm going to be able to get to 10 mil, so I'm going to flip this coin. Nah, dog, give me the 100K. And a dinner with Jay-Z. No, I'm kidding. And I'm going to go and attack this with this 100K, dog. And I'm going to be more dangerous than just flipping a coin and hoping that I get 10 mil, dog. That's my point, dog.
Like, I get what you're saying, for sure. And I think that that's a valid point. However, like, for instance, you and I have had this conversation off this camera where we talk about, like, the mentality of someone who's a winner and someone who's ultimately someone who's just a straight up loser and who's not going to make it. And it's like what you're saying, the Jay-Z song, right? Like the Jay-Z song, that song in specific talks about like how he's a hustler.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter if you put him at 0. There's this guy, I can't remember his name, but basically he says that if I were to lose all my millions right now, it doesn't matter what it is, I'm gonna make $1 million within the next 3 years. So it doesn't matter what I do. I am a hustler, baby. I sell water to a well.
Yeah, dog.
It doesn't matter what he does. So to me,
what was that line? What was the line about put me anywhere in God's green earth, I'll triple my worth,
right?
Dog.
So like what I'm saying is if you are that person that's not going to look at the negatives, who's going to look at the positives always, and who's going to constantly grind, $100,000 isn't going to make or break me because I had 0 and look where I'm at right now. I'm not saying that I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
Not saying that I have thousands and thousands of dollars. What I'm saying is that it doesn't matter. My $100,000 to me isn't going to make it. Like whether I start at 0 or I start at a secured $100,000, I'm still going to make it.
But that's a huge difference, dog. That's what I'm saying, bro.
I get what you're saying.
Difference.
It just makes it an easier of a thing. It's like the people who hate like on people who have businesses that are inherited by their parents, and they're like, "Oh, well, daddy gave you $100,000." Well, fool, what does it fucking matter, dog? Like, you still gotta hustle, you still gotta do shit, you still gotta do everything.
You could very well, and I mean, the opposite is you could very well just lose that as well,
exactly,
and then not end up. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like that's how much belief you have to have in yourself. Like it's either you know what I'm saying. Like in my situation, I'm not saying I'm right necessarily, but I'm saying that I'll bet myself with 100K.
But you rather
if I bet on myself.
The padding. The cushion of $100,000.
Dog. Hell yeah. I would bet on myself with 100K. I already bet on myself with nowhere near 100K. With nothing. With nothing, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to bet the 10 mil, dog. Like, I'm not going to
Look, what I'm saying is, like, if you're so determined, and I believed in you back then as I believe in you now, if you're so determined on doing it with or without the $100, it's not going to make you or break you. So if you give you 50 odds on fucking $10 million, take those odds and flip that.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying because if you do land it.
Because if you land it, Pablo, you can't see me, dog. Por mi casa y tú a mi mujer. Pablo. Don't,
you know
don't,
what?
don't call my phone.
I'm not gonna say anything,
If
but
I
there
win
will
10
be
minutes-
signs.
I'm in a boat. I'm on a yacht. You know what I'm saying? I'm not answering nobody's phone calls.
Yeah, I flipped a coin. What's up?
Yeah, what's good?
What's
dog?
good? Dog?
Nah, I work for this.
What's up? Yeah,
Then you'll just see me on podcasts.
I've been out
being
here.
all motivational.
Yeah.
I worked hard for this, dog.
I opened up my LLC, and then with the LLC, I went to the
rental
bank.
properties
And multi-unit properties, and generational
idiots.
wealth, and all
yeah.
this. Hell yeah. No, but
Stupid
I would be doing
morons.
the same payasada. Let's
1,000.
get it, dog.
All right.
Jerry,
Topic
what's
number
up,
2,
dog?
Jerry. Thanks for giving me the heads up, brother.
Coño.
I mean, all right. So here we go. Topic
Oh,
number 2.
you're going to go topic number 2?
Oh, okay. No, we can do topic number 2 for you. No, let me do topic number 2 for me.
All right, do
just
topic
because
number 2 for
I'm on a
you,
roll.
dog.
Here we go. So the popular platform Twitch just announced that artistic nudity will be allowed on the platform. That means that there are updated policies. Let me give you the specifics.
There we go. I was going to ask. Give me an example of artistic nudity.
Artistic nudity now they are going to allow on Twitch. Number 1, twerking, grinding, and pole dancing are now allowed without a label. Number 2, artistic nudity permitted under sexual themes label. Body painting acceptable.
Now you're throwing. Hold on. I need to.
Wait, hold on. Body painting is now acceptable with appropriate label. So in other words, you just have to put a label. This is artistic.
Oh, this is artistic.
Yeah, but twerking and grinding on a pole. That was the verbiage
as well.
Yes, is now.
Okay, give me number 2 because you gave me a lot of big words and I'm gonna take it as disrespect.
You throwing a lot of big words at me. So,
because I didn't understand that
artistic nudity permitted under sexual themes label.
What does that mean?
So basically, they're gonna categorize it. So they're gonna index you as sexual themes, and then you can now put it on there. So as an example, like I go on Twitch so that I could pole dance, but I'm naked with like a little, topless. But it's the art.
But is it gonna be okay? No, but here's the thing, dog. Is it gonna be una tipa with a double-headed dildo on a pole, like, you know what I'm saying, and then say, "Oh, this is art"? Like that's what my point.
And grinding and pole dancing are now allowed without a label.
That's disgusting.
Shut up. So what?
That's why I'm not gonna go on Twitch.
What are your
dog.
comments?
It's the same thing now.
Your
Twitch.
comments.
Okay, your comments. My comments are that it's basically now gonna be in OnlyFans as well. Like Twitch is now saying, like, all right, dog, like we're gonna expand, and we know that porn makes money, so we're gonna say that it's art. And now we're gonna make money off of porn. That's exactly what's happening right now.
Have you seen the documentary Jewel, like the rise and fall of Jewel?
No, what the hell's that?
Yeah,
like
bro.
Jewel the singer?
No. No. Oh, no.
Yeah, Jewel the singer.
No.
That was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good time. No. So it's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's the rise and fall of the Jewel, which is the vape. Pen.
Oh, the vape. Okay.
The vape pen, right? Okay. So it's a super interesting documentary that I think really resonates with this topic. Why? Because the kid, it was created by basically two kids, but now they're grown as adults. Yeah, the Jewel. And they graduated Stanford, and the story goes, I just recently watched this the other day while cleaning the crib. Basically, what happens is these two kids graduate from Stanford, and one of them is a insanely bright engineer, and this other one like markets, but he's also like a really good engineer.
Yeah, kind of like us. It's basically us. The story of us.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, we're inventors of Microsoft. So
and the Facebook.
Yeah. And so they come up with this concept where they're just like, hey, listen, like we understand that combustion in a cigarette is what ultimately causes all the harm and causes the cancer and the lung cancer, blah blah blah. And one of the parents, one of the mothers of the inventors, died of lung cancer. She smoked her whole life, and they smoked. And so what their idea was like, hey, listen, if you watch the documentary, they'll say it. Hey, we wanted to have the same feeling as smoking a cigarette with our boys and going on a break without the combustion and without the cancer. Can we revolutionize the world of it with at the same time taking a hit of nicotine?
Yeah.
Fast forward them going through the whole process, the ups and downs. They come up with a product that is taken really, really well by people who smoke cannabis. And so they become a really successful company through that. But they
what do you think? You're a scientist guy? It's weed. Call it weed. Cannabis.
No, but listen to the story. So by the time they're done with that, they become a successful company, but they still haven't solved the problem of combustion while smoking a cigarette. So they come up with the Juul for the first time. Now it's a small, compact thing, right? So now it's a Juul. Now people are smoking it, and then they change their strategy. Whereas in the beginning, it was the startup company from Silicon Valley growing to become the first e-cigarette that didn't cause cancer. That was the whole thing. And the point was for you to be able to smoke it and little by little switch the canisters away. I don't know if you ever remember going to the mall and be like, do you want to quit? Like hit this e-cigarette.
No, man. I always
you would reduce the types of cigarette and you would slowly wean people from cigarettes to not smoking at all. And so that was the mission statement. But as money was injected into the company, they started to realize that, hold on, dog, we are an alternative to cigarettes.
Yeah.
And so they begin to like market with Instagram and young people and doing all this shit. And then it blew up on TikTok, it blew up on Instagram, and it grew, and it literally became the biggest platform for smokers to get into a modern way of smoking. So it quite literally turned the exact thing that they were trying to avoid. It turned them into monsters of getting underage kids now juuling at their crib or at their, like, you know what I mean?
What was
like,
that little motion there?
Listen, I'll do a slow down, like, ooh.
Julie.
Yeah.
All right, jeweler. All right, go ahead.
Yeah,
dog.
and so I feel like this is, in a way, how Twitch does it. You know, they came out with like the streaming platform that now you can stream and game and do all this shit.
So, okay.
And then now people are gonna pay to go on lives and see girls shake their ass, and their whole model changes because ultimately what they're chasing is the paper, and sex sells. Sex sells more than anything.
Yeah, sex does sell. Sex does sell. But we've talked about porn for our last 3 episodes. It's like, you know,
that's okay.
But you know what? It's, I mean, that kind of proves your point that that sex sells, right? I mean, I guess that's what it is. But here's the thing, man. Like Twitch, you have to pay for this, right? Like you have, there's gonna be subscriptions, there's gonna be all that stuff. Like these broads aren't gonna be doing this for free. So like, for example, like these guys that go on, I don't know, I can't remember the names. I've never really actually gone on Twitch, right? So what I'm assuming Twitch started was the video game thing, right? So people were playing video games and people would follow it. Cool, I get it. That makes sense nowadays, right? Am I right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's just live
and then
streams.
it became that the guys were live streaming and now they were talking and now it mattered what they said. And then it became, you know, I have seen the evolution of it where like now they have like rappers on the video streams and they do all this crazy stuff. Even DJs, like I remember during COVID, they would go on Twitch and do the mixes live on Twitch and all that stuff. But I always felt like, why would I, as a DJ, for example, right? Like, why would I go on Twitch? I could just do this on Instagram. I could do this, I mean, mainly on Instagram. I could do this on TikTok. I could do this on YouTube, which to me is like, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm old fashioned, but like those 3 are probably like.
Yeah. No, Twitch is really, it's
I know
growing
Twitch,
really, really
I know
fast.
it's growing. I know it's growing. You know what I'm saying? But like at the end of the day, there's a lot of other legit alternatives.
So
right?
when you
And
say
in this
like
case,
it's hurting the brand? Is
no, it's not hurting the brand. My point is the legit alternatives is, like I've always said, and I don't understand why people pay or do none of these things. The legit alternatives is if you want to see a girl twerking, if you want to see a girl artistically masturbating, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Artistically putting a dildo in her ass, you can do it for free on all these other websites that we go on, dog.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like there's really, I mean, again, there was somebody that spent $90,000 on Una Tiba the other
Ruby
day.
Rose.
You know what I'm saying? But like, so there is that. I guess that they just want to tap into the people that will still just go out and pay money. I'll just never understand paying money to watch porn or watch sexual stuff or things like that. Like, it just makes no sense to me. And like, yes, now that you're bringing that up, it does kind of cheapen the brand of Twitch, right? Yeah. It does. I mean, that's the reality of it too. That's the flip side of it. Yeah. As much as sex sells, now you're putting something where there's kids and there's video games. Now parents are gonna be like, no, now we gotta get all these kids off of this, dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so I don't think I don't think it makes sense, though. Honestly, I don't think it makes sense.
I mean, that's why, I mean, you know, for better or for worse, is why, like, Facebook doesn't allow nudity on their platform.
Right, yeah,
it's specifically for that because it cheapens the brand.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't necessarily want to, but like, you know, I get it from, like, a social standpoint. Like, it's completely... Like, to what point are you going to be like, okay, this is like, enough is enough, right? Yeah. Like, you got like OnlyFans, you got Pornhub, you got all this crazy stuff that people always can now access to. Like, dog, think about it. If you really get down to the nitty gritty of it, dog, like when we were kids, brother, like I did it, and we talked about it in the last podcast. Like, I'm talking about nitty gritty of it. Before the internet.
How about when
like,
we used to hit channel 61 and see it with the little like blurry
with the Kodak?
Hell with the little
Jerry
thing,
doesn't
dog.
even know what we're talking about because he was a young kid. He used to play it at night. It would turn into the porn channel, but because unless you paid the subscription, it was like in like Kodak type of
that's what I'm
like
saying.
negatives.
Like, it was literally negatives. It was almost still just imagination. Dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hold on. In order to continue this, Jerry, you weren't here for the last one.
Jerry, do you remember that?
At what age did you start jerking off, Jerry?
Jerry, don't take too long.
Come on. Come on, because now you're taking too long, though. We're involving you.
Maybe like 12.
See,
12?
I told you. I told you.
Oh, I said 13.
He was still, but no, you said like 13, 14.
You said 11.
I said 11.
I wasn't jerking off at 11.
Yeah, I was jerking off at 11.
No, I wasn't jerking off at 11. I promise you. I don't
He
care.
was a late bloomer, dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. 11, 12 is a jerk off age.
Yeah.
Just
what I'm saying is at the end of the day,
just for regular people.
Yeah. Just for your notes. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is at the end of the day, like I think that at some point, just socially standard, okay, cool, like whatever. You could make the argument that it's ruining society and everybody's dueling to sex and all this shit, you know? But like, and I hate to sound like this guy, but at the end of the day,
God,
like
every time you say that,
white, this is black and white. If you are the owners of Twitch and if you have stake in the company and you are looking at it from a capitalistic standpoint, you're gonna realize that this is going to blow the platform up.
No.
You don't think so?
Look, it's not that it's going to blow. Okay, all right. So I'll give you another example.
Cool.
The NBA, right? Okay. Or the NFL or any major league sport, right? They're making mad bread the same way Twitch is already making mad bread because they're making millionaires out of all these kids.
Sure.
They have no business being millionaires. Let's be serious.
Sure.
But good for them. I mean, I'm not hating. Good for them. They made the money. It is what it is. But my point is, Twitch is making the same kind of money as, let's say, maybe NBA or NFL, whatever, or up there somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Maybe not more, maybe not whatever the case is. So if you're the commissioner of the NBA or a sponsor of the NBA and you know sex sells, so what? So then in halftime you're gonna have two girls fucking, you know what I'm saying? Fucking a horse.
Cheerleaders.
Right. I mean, you know what I'm saying? But like, there is a time and a place, dude. Like, there's a time and a place, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're wrong, but I think that the medium is completely different. One of them is advertising sports. The other one is just advertising live streams. It doesn't matter what you like.
But it started as live streaming video games.
No, that's what just got
really
popular. It just became live streaming. It was almost like there's another one called like Parado. What was that other one that was like live streams as well when lives came out? I don't remember. Whatever. There was another platform, but that's how it started.
Patreon?
But anyway,
no, it wasn't Patreon. It was I do remember.
It was like Paradox.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Paradox. It was something.
They're gonna say it in the comments. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
We're losers.
Periscope. Yeah.
Whatever happened to Periscope?
It went away because Instagram came out with Instagram Live.
And that was the end
of it. Yeah, just like Snapchat came out and people came out with like Instagram stories and like it's the same thing. They'll just come out with it and just try to kill that other one. But Twitch has survived and it's doing well. And now
they're doing porn.
You're going to see chicks twerking on a pole. Because guess what? Artistic nudity.
Because of art, dog.
God,
let's get it, dog. That's a good little loophole, dog.
All right, yeah.
All right, ready for this, dog?
Topic number 3.
Oh, man. All right, here we go.
Southwest timer.
You got the timer, Jerry? Southwest Airlines is praised for their customers of size policy that allows overweight flyers to purchase one seat.
We're gonna get canceled, my God. We're gonna get canceled. Start it over.
Let me finish, dog. But you guys know.
Start it over.
Everybody stay.
Start it over. Just start it over.
Southwest Airlines is praised for their customers. Stop looking at me like that, dog. For their customers of size policy.
You're so stupid, dog. You're so immature, honestly. It's so immature, dog.
All right. Southwest Airlines is praised for the customers of size policy that allows overweight flyers to purchase one seat and get another complimentary. Un aplauso fuerte for Southwest Airlines. Everybody, because that's huge. That's huge.
Oh my God. That's huge.
No pun intended. That's huge for the big community, dog.
My
Here's the thing, dog. And when I first I read this and I thought of you.
I hate you.
Right?
I hate you for even bringing this up. This is gonna get us canceled 1,000%. Even though I think that trend is turning the tide. But go ahead, give me your thoughts.
I think so too. But here's the thing. Like, now you don't have to get first class, Papo. Go Southwest. And you're all right, dog. You don't have to waste your points anymore, dog.
All right. Is there is there a threshold at which you have to be to where you realize that, like, okay, cool? Because, like, what if I'm just a little chunky and I'm like, you know what? I want that extra C complimentary, dog.
Like, damn, like, now you're trying to get big on purpose to get, like, that extra, you know what I'm saying? Now you're wearing, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you're eating a little bit more before your flight, dog. No, I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, it's a big deal, honestly, man. Like, there is a bigger community, and they do need more space, so that sucks to have to pay double, dog. You know what I'm saying? For, like, an extra seat. Or it sucks for the person next to you. Like, have you ever sat next to a big person?
Yeah.
Or are you the big person that people sit next to?
He's the big person next to you.
Yeah, that's
Hold
what
on.
I'm saying.
All right, guys, you can't see him right now, but let me tell you, Jerry is not a slim guy over here. I know he's hiding behind his camera,
And that's why he's talking tough. And that's why he's
but
talking
don't think
tough.
for a
dog.
second that he doesn't look like the double version of me.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Look, I mean, it's cool, right? I think it's good. I think it's inclusive for 2023. You know what I mean? But also, dog, like, what I'm going to say is controversial, dog.
Oh, shit.
But if you have to get 2 seats, dog, like, you should be having a different conversation, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, lose the weight.
Yeah, but
I mean?
here's where I feel like as a society, and I genuinely think that, like, the pendulum is swinging in every way that it never used to swing in for many, many years. You know, like, people are, like, if you look at stand-up comedy right now, if you look at jokes, if you look at different types of things, I think that too much of one particular pendulum swing, in other words, without getting political about it, whether you go to the left or the right or whatever it is, the hell, it doesn't matter. When the pendulum swings too far on one side is where you get so much pushback that it begins to pull it the other side. And, like, fat jokes or, like, you know, whatever it is, jokes in general weren't allowed for, like, 10 to 15 years in our society, where, like, you couldn't talk about crazy shit like that. When you told me about this topic before, I didn't even want to talk about it, but then I realized, like, you know what, bro? Like,
We're taking it back, dog. Yeah.
And I think that the pendulum is swinging the other way, where, like, it doesn't matter. It's a joke, and it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, are there still companies out there absolutely doing the most?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Look, if you are an oversized person, and let's be serious, I'm not.
You're
like,
a little oversized.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a little oversized.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Cool. But we're not also like. We're not, and this is not no knock on, like, morbidly obese people. We're not. We may be medically morbidly obese, but we're not, like, you know, we can fit in regular chairs.
In
right?
those chairs.
Yeah.
Wait, but for context, we just got some smaller chairs and it didn't work out.
We could fit in an airplane chair.
Yes,
right?
we don't need 2 seats.
Right, exactly. We don't need two
need
seats.
2 seats.
But if you're so big that you do that, and I am a hardworking patron, I'm just talking about regular people. If I spent, let's say I got to go from Miami to California, that's like a $400 flight, right? As an example.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, cool. $400, right? Whatever. I'm gonna pay $400 of my hard-earned money to sit in my seat, and because I'm a regular ass person, you
don't get a second chair.
I don't get a second chair, but because I happen to be grossly overeating, and again, that's your choice. Like, whatever, fool. Like, if that's what you want to do, Gucci, do that. But because you overeat your entire life and you are huge beyond belief,
now you get a pass.
Now you get a free seat. And it's like, I did the same thing. I paid for that. I'm still sitting in this airplane. Why don't I get another seat?
But what if you have like a thyroid issue?
Cool, that's fine.
That's not your fault.
Yeah, I get that. But how many times, if you were to do statistically speaking, how many times is that an actual fucking thing?
Yeah.
Is it or not?
I mean, a lot of the times it might be.
It might be.
What I mean?
It might not be. But what I'm trying to say is, like, you can't give someone a handicap just because they decided to make the choices that
So
they are.
you're just saying. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it.
No,
Go ahead.
that's
say
what I'm
what
saying.
you gotta say. Say
No,
what you
no,
gotta say,
that's
but
what
be
I gotta
vulgar
say.
about
Say
it.
what
Fuck
you
fat
gotta
people
say.
is what you're saying, basically, dog. They don't deserve it. Pay like everybody else, dog.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
care
saying?
about
Pay for the
that.
double
I
C
don't
is what
care,
you're saying.
But yeah, to a certain extent.
I don't care, but yeah, fuck fat
No,
people.
no. It's not fuck fat people. It's if you are a big person, who cares? I'm not body shaming. I don't give a shit if you're fat.
Yeah.
But I'm saying you can't get a freebie because of it.
No,
if
you're
you
right.
were born with a mental disability, if you were born with no legs, if you were born that, Gucci, get priority seating. Veterans that risk their lives, get into the plane before anyone.
Yeah.
If you have any sort of, if you're blind, if you have any sort of disability, make yourself more comfortable. But that's something that you don't have a choice over, Papo. You're out there, you know, the first and last at the buffet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing that to yourself. And again, you're hearing this from a fat piece of shit. Like, I'm not out here with 6-pack.
Now, you know what, dog? You actually make a point. You know, so when I read it the first time, I was like, man, that's kind of cool, man. Like, good for them, good for that. You know what I'm saying? But you do make a point. You do make a point. Like, this is on you, cuz.
This is on you.
If you want to get big and you want to enjoy your food and you want to eat triple and quadruple, dog, then you're going to have to pay triple and quadruple, dog.
That's what I'm saying. Look,
shame on you, Southwest Airlines.
If you had a kid, look, we just talked about it the other day. We have a friend that has a friend with special needs, their kid, right? I went to a store and I spoke to a guy. He's like, yo, my son is autistic.
Right.
Cool. Awesome. Like, not cool, awesome. What I'm saying is like, that's all right.
I hope that's not what you said. Like, oh, cool, dude. That's awesome.
Cool, man.
Congrats.
No, whatever. Like, if he has special needs. He's an autistic child. All right, awesome. When he goes down to Disney, he goes out there and he says, hey, listen, my kid can't stand. He's autistic. My kid can't stand in lines for long periods of time. He didn't have a choice over that.
Right.
The kid didn't grow up and be like, oh, I want to be autistic. Yeah, I'll check that box. No, it just happens, right? Yeah. So he can't be in lines long periods of time. They get a fast pass so they can go in, they can enjoy the thing, and they can be on to the next person. That's okay.
That's okay.
Bro, like he's born with that. There's nothing he could do about it. They're accommodating a family of something that they can't control. Yeah. But if I am 5'10", 440 pounds and I can't fit in an economy chair, that's my choice, bro.
And you're gonna have to eat it.
And I'm literally and metaphorically.
And you're gonna have to eat it, dog.
I shouldn't be able. And I'm a dude who's a regular dude, a fat piece of shit, just like everyone else. I don't get a free chair.
Yeah, dog. You should get a free chair too, though.
But because I'm autistic.
Yeah, no. It's so funny. I was having a conversation the other day with one of my boys that has a son with autism, right? So I was talking to your dad, and he was telling me how he got all these discounts because you were autistic and shit. So I get that.
Damn it, dog! I almost spilled.
So here I am, you know what I'm saying? Talking to your parents,
talking to your old man,
and how much money they saved, dog. And I'm like, God damn it, dog. God damn it.
But do you know what I mean? Though,
Yeah,
like cool, good on them for being progressive. All right, yeah, cool. But at the same time, bro, it's like, no, dude, like
you don't deserve it.
Yeah,
dog.
dude, like you there's nothing that you did that was not intentional about it. Like, okay, cool, like you overeat. All right, that's awesome. I'm not body shaming you. Like, go out there if you want to be the first and the last of the buffet. If you want to finish every meal and you want to be a fat fuck, again, I am a fat fuck. It's not even like I'm saying that there's not. Like, guys,
but
I'm
you're not like
there's
levels to it. You're not like a double seat fat fuck.
Okay, cool. But even if I was, I'm not gonna expect to be like, hey, listen, guys, I have this condition called I can't stop eating at the buffet. Like, let me get this free chair next to me so that you don't feel uncomfortable. Like, no, bro. Like,
now here's the thing. Do you think that, like, damn, it's been already 10 minutes, dog?
Yeah, no.
Okay,
finish your point.
Do you think that other airlines are going to follow suit?
I hope not. Dude.
I hope not either.
I hope not. Look, I sound like a bougie bitch, but I don't fly coach.
Here we go again.
And the reason why is because I'm also a big dude. So, like, I'll pay for the business. I'll pay for the thing. And that's that, dog. That's that, dog.
To the next topic.
Oh, yeah.
Topic number 4. We had a little bathroom break. If there's a weird
problem,
if there's a weird interlapse of time, it's because we just stopped to do a little bathroom. Let me give you a little heads up. You got to pull the mic a little bit down because you're like you're almost deep throating.
Here, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Pull it
You know,
down.
I'm a DJ, dog.
Yeah, but
like,
pull
you
it
know,
down.
I have to like,
Yeah,
you know what
I
I'm
get it, but
saying?
pull it
Like,
down a little
no,
bit.
okay, I'll pull it down.
More down, even more down. Look how far away it is.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to bring this thing down, dog.
Nah, you're good,
You know what I'm
dog.
saying?
Yeah, this
Right
is the
there?
road, Papa.
Like right there?
Yeah. All right, cool. Hit me with
Let's
that
get it.
fourth topic, or I'll hit you with the fourth
Hit
topic.
me with the fourth topic,
10-minute
dog.
timer.
Oh man, I'm scared about this one. I'm scared.
You know what? It's not
not
that crazy. I just wanted to give. This is so the way we do to give people a brief synopsis to how we do our topics is we come up with them. We literally have to think about them. I know you guys are just hearing them and you think that they're like totally prefabricated, but the reality is like we have to search for these things, and some of them aren't interesting. We kind of brainstorm. Some of them we know that they're good, and then we don't tell them, and I release them without no predisposition on what you think or what I think that you're gonna think about them. You've never heard them before. This is one of those topics. I happened to just be scrolling through Twitter, and I was like, oh man, I want to know your genuine reaction about this. And here is the top 6 jams that today turn 20 years old.
Oh shit.
Here Without You by 3 Doors Down.
Oh.
Hey Ya by Outkast.
Okay.
Faint by Linkin Park.
Oh.
Get Busy, Sean DePaul.
Sean DePaul.
In the Club, 50 Cent.
Oh man, let me tell you
Rock Your Body, Justin
JT,
Timberlake.
dawg?
Those turn 20 years old today. 20 years old. Think about how far away 5 years ago feels. Like, oh, damn, that shit was 5 years ago. That's crazy. 20 years ago. 20 years ago, Outkast, Hey Y'all was a hit.
Super hit.
Yeah, and it just came out. I'm going to read them to
Linkin
you one more
Park.
time. Yeah. 3 Doors Down. Again, 3 Doors Down, Here Without You.
Man, you don't know how many times I've cried to that song, dog. Oh my god.
Hey
You might
Y'all
know
by
actually.
Outkast. Faint, Linkin Park. Come on. Get Busy by Sean DePaul.
Babo.
In the Club, 50 Cent. And Rock Your Body by Justin Timberlake. They all turned 20 years old today.
Okay, so like, man, do you remember, dog? The
Yeah.
first thing that I think about is how big of a G Unit fan I was, dog. And do you remember the first time you heard the coin drop?
Oh, and yeah,
Get Rich or Die Trying, dog.
of
That
course.
is just a memory that I know exactly where I was. I know it was 2002, actually. So it might have not turned. I mean, really, 20 years old this year?
Yeah, I
So I
guess
feel
when
like
they
Get Rich or
were
Die Trying
released
was
to
like-
the public, or like in like a billboard.
In the
type
Club
of
is
center.
still a song that's being played like in the club. God damn it, dog. In the club to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's still a song. Like people like okay, so if it's like someone's birthday, right?
Sure.
It's like, oh, it's Jerry's birthday and he wants to, like that's what the song that they go to, dog. That's the song that it's been 20 years, they still haven't found a better song for a birthday. It's that's better
Do
than
you
In the
think
Club.
because it's nostalgia, or just because that's just a better
It's
song?
just such a good song.
Oh, okay, got
I mean, it's man. There's not many songs better than that one, dog.
You know, I've had this conversation even with my sister, talking about like, it's no secret that my favorite MC of all time is Biggie Smalls. Like I'm obsessed. I was obsessed with him when I was a kid. I used to write down his lyrics. I was all about Biggie Smalls.
Right.
And I often question, like, I ask people all the time, sometimes when I used to work at Amex, I used to have people that would work that were younger than me. I even asked Jerry. Jerry is what, 30? Jerry, right? You're 30?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 30 years old. I mean, I'm 6 years older than Jerry. So therefore, I grew
Oh,
up in
you
a
gonna be
different
a hugo.
generation.
You
Yeah,
gonna be a hugo.
I grew up in a different
Tipo
generation.
Temba.
Yeah, I grew up in a different generation as other people. And I asked them, like, hey, man, if this song were to come out today, would it still be good? Which means it's universally good. There was a post that I just saw on Instagram today, which showed All That. Do you remember the show All That?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Keenan,
cool.
with Keenan,
Yeah,
and Kel,
Keenan,
all those
Kel, and
people.
all that. Yeah, before anything, all that on Nickelodeon, they broke. They had they used to have live performances. Remember, The Brat was on All That.
Coolio.
They had Nas Street Dreams on Nickelodeon. All That. He would be on there, and I remember
What a time to
seeing
be
him
alive, dog.
as a kid, and I was like, I haven't thought about this in years. And I listened to that song, and you could play it right now, and I get transported to another part of my life where it was the dopest thing I had ever heard. And so I think about it to myself right now. If these songs were played right now, you've never heard Nas Street Dreams, never heard it, right? You've never heard it. You've never heard If I Ruled the World by Nas, never even came up. and they go, boom, they play it out. Yo, I got this new shit. Check it out. And all you hear is Lauren. Would you listen to it? Would you appreciate it like you did the very first time you heard it?
Yeah.
Knowing what you know now,
man.
knowing that Drake is popping, Future, Lil Baby, you've never heard it. The song never has come out.
Yeah.
Is it that good, or is it because it was good at the time?
I think it's a little bit of both, man. I think it was really good at the time. Obviously, these are classic and timeless songs, right? Because there's also a lot of songs that came out during that time that we don't listen to anymore, right? That we completely have forgotten about. And there's only a handful, maybe. I'm not necessarily a handful, but there's not that many either. Also, remember, there's not that many songs like If I Ruled the World. There's not that many songs like In the Club. There's not that many songs like that either. You know what I'm saying? So you're giving examples of songs that are gonna transcend like time, right? Like right now, music in any genre. I don't want to single out a single one. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop, but you know, like there's no timeless music. I don't think that there is, and I don't think that that's a nostalgia thing. I don't think, because again, and I had a post about this on Instagram, and I have these conversations all the time. And a lot of DJs, big DJs, much bigger than I am, much like veteran, great DJs, that say like kids, even kids that were born. Okay, first of all, for perspective, kids born in 2001 are 22 years old.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's say a homecoming. That's kids that a high school homecoming. That's kids that were born, 2023. So what, 2016?
2005.
I mean, 2006, 2005, around there, right? And these kids, bro, I literally had, I'm telling you, there was a post on Instagram. My boy was telling me, and he showed me, he was DJing a homecoming high school party. This is juniors, right? And
That's like 2005 already.
all they asked for was Lil Jon Get Low, Usher, yeah.
Really?
Those songs from that era, bro, even from the 90s, DMX, there was Ride With Me, Nelly, there was like all these different songs. And I mean, at the end of the day, I can't sit there and put myself in their situation, because, you know, we grew up listening. We grew up as kids listening to the great music. These kids grew up, the great music was already done, and now they're getting fed something else.
Yeah.
And they still said, I'll take this instead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look,
You know what I mean?
I look at my parents. Like, my parents are like, you know, the music that they listen to is what I listen to now. So I think that a lot of it has to do with that. Like, if you look at my dad right now, right? He's 68 years old.
Yeah.
If you play him like even Biggie Smalls, which is what he was the one who allowed me to listen to that music when I was a kid. But the point is, if I were to listen to the music that he listened to, is what I find really, really good. So I think a part of it is what you're saying. Yes, of course. Is it going to be played? Is it like a nostalgia thing? No, I don't think so. Is good music universally accepted as being good? For sure.
That's 1,000%.
But we can't factor out the fact that a lot of it is nostalgia. A lot of it is the position you were in while you were doing it, and the fact that now you know that in the club made you feel good, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And now, like, you play it, and that shit's gonna hit.
But it's what I'm saying, but it still hits.
It hits because you like it, and it's a good song. Yes, I understand that. But a lot of it has to do with the fact that you are forcing it down to the new generation.
I don't think so, dog.
I don't think
so. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. These kids are asking for it.
Yeah, but
You
they're
know what I'm
asking
saying?
for it
Like,
because the
they're-
DJs are a lot older typically. Because
But who
guess what? In
cares?
10 years, they're gonna play "Life Is Good" by Future and Drake. They're gonna play.
I don't think so.
You don't
'Cause
think so?
It's not being played right now.
Yeah, well,
Life
because,
is Good is not being. That's a good example. It's not being played right
Yeah,
now.
but there was a time in the
Yeah.
birthday space where in the club or it's your birthday or whatever, it wasn't being played because it ran out of steam.
I don't think
and
so.
then it came back.
I don't think it ever
don't
did.
think-
I don't think it ever did. Because
I mean, you know more of this than I do.
I don't think it ever
just-
did. Yeah, no, and that right. And maybe maybe I'm wrong, but just from my experience,
Yeah.
look, before I was a DJ, I partied. I was you know what I'm saying? And that was just one of those staple songs. It's always been around. You understand what I'm
do
saying?
you think that like the
it's
golden
almost like-
era of music is over?
The golden era of
can't.
music is over. As of right now, yes, it's over.
Damn, that's a crazy
Yeah, no,
statement. What you're saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to think that. I don't want to.
It
think
is,
that
dude. It is.
that
But tell me
happens.
right now, what song or what artist right now is gonna in 20 years when they say so-and-so song that came out in 2023 is 20 years old now, you're going to be like, oh, shit, man, but that's still a banger. Tell me one song right now.
I think a lot of Drake songs are like that. I think a lot of like, yeah, for sure.
And I like Drake. I mean, there's no hate for that guy at all whatsoever.
I can't
but
imagine.
He's not making timeless music. I don't think he's making timeless music.
I can't imagine the Little Baby songs.
Little Baby songs, no.
The baby songs, the baby, whatever the hell his name is. The Cardi B's, like some of it hit, like, you know, Cardi B's first song came out almost 8-9 years ago already. 10 years ago maybe.
Bodak.
I don't know however. Yeah. Like that's a classic song.
That is a classic song.
And that came out recently.
Yeah.
So then the songs that are coming out right now have to be classics 20 years from now. They have to be. Look,
I don't think so.
Let's not take it on that list.
Okay.
Hey Ya.
Yeah.
By Andre, which is arguably has to be in everyone's. We're not gonna get into the top 10, top 20 MCs of all time.
Yeah.
And he came out with a song that was like, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not what he comes out. And he was ridiculed at the time as like, yo, what are you doing, dog? Like, you just came back from the speaker box and Love Below, and now this is your next album.
Wasn't that on that album?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're coming out with these songs, and this is like super not hip hop, like, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
And now, like, now 20 years later, it's a classic. Because
but I mean, well, it depends. It depends on. So I'm seeing it from a club perspective, right? So I don't play. I don't have Hey Ya on my Serato at all.
Yeah.
Like, that's not. I haven't even, for my own self personally, I haven't heard it. And not that I wouldn't. If I heard it now that you think about it, not like I'm probably gonna get in the car and play it now because I remembered it.
It's lovely.
You know what I mean?
It's a banger. Let's be real.
But like, I'm not gonna play it at the club, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, in the club is still a song you play in the club, right? Yeah. What was the other songs? There was Hey Ya. There was
but Three Doors Down.
Three Doors. Oh yeah, well,
Faint,
obviously I'll play that at Flanny's
Park. Yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is like it cannot be. I get what your point is, but that's not the telltale sign of whether a song is classic. What I'm saying is like, is there not people right now making bangers that in 20 years we're gonna think about it? That's a scary thought. I don't want to live in that world. I really don't want.
Not right now. Not even in pop music.
And
man.
the hypocritical part about this whole thing is that I don't listen to like of all people.
I know you don't. I know you don't. That's what I'm saying.
Again, if you guys have been listening to this podcast, Burna Boy, I have no idea who he is.
Right. And
I don't listen to new music.
Fire music that might transcend time. Like, it depends on how Afrobeat as a genre goes. But that might be a little bit different. But whatever, I'm not gonna get into that. But like even the Justin Timberlake "Rock Your Body" song, there is not a pop song, a top 40 song right now.
I want to rock my body right now. Honestly, dog. When you hear that, don't, and you're just like, oh, like Pharrell, killed.
My God, dog.
Here comes JT,
and here is
murders.
And here we're probably running up on the 10 minutes, and I want to add this. I want to add this to the fact. Before we continue on and all this stuff, I think a lot of it is, now you bring up Pharrell and all these producers and all this stuff. Okay, so back then, the technology that we have now is not what they had back then. They had to actually dig deep.
Wait, elaborate on that.
They had to actually dig deep, and they had to go and listen to these like old 70s, 80s jazz songs and maybe get a sample out of that. And like really actually have to think about what melody I'm gonna put together, how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna slow this down, all these different things. The technology these days. Okay, so in other words, an example, Go or B, the Common album. It was called B, right? And it was produced by Kanye West. Bro, you can hear the production in that he took his time. He looked for samples. He put things together. I want to find out how long that album took to put together, because I guarantee you that these days with the technology that we have, these guys can cook up an album in a day or two. Yeah. Because now you can just literally download melodies off the internet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now just people are just putting things together, and this is no knock on it. There's no knock on it. Yeah. At the end of the day, you have to also still be talented to put music together. But to make timeless music, you need to take, no pun intended, you need to take your time, dog. You need to take your time, and you do have to have a level of genius. But you can say that about a lot of producers now. Sure. They have to have a level of genius to put things together regardless. But now it's just easier for them. It's not as much work anymore. It's not like they have to go out and find this sample or find this thing or nothing. Like, no. Now I can just go and literally for $20 a month get 350 melodies, slow them down, chop them up, put some drums on it, and iba que chifla, dog. You understand what I'm saying? Especially like nowadays. And
that's a morbid conversation to have.
It's a very morbid conversation, man. Like,
because I'm a big music fan.
I mean, obviously, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I like the music. I'm not hating on the music today. You know what I'm saying? It's just not timeless music. And I guarantee you, dog, that the way that we speak about rock your body, sexy back, in the club, you know, a lot of these songs, the Lil Jons, all that, even that stuff that to us, think about, like, even back then, I remember to us, we were like, oh, this is the little poppy music, you know what I'm saying? The Lil Jon stuff. But that's actually timeless music compared to what's happening right now. What's happening right now is whatever's going to get me the most streams, whatever's going to make me the most money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's okay, dog. And the music is kind of fire. I listen to Moneybagg. I listen to Lil Baby. I listen to Drake. I enjoy all that music, dog. But is it timeless? No. And 20 years from now, dog, 20 years from now, that music will not be,
as
20
revered.
years. Yeah. The way that we talk about all these different things. And it's not because of our age. And it's not because of anything like that. It's because nowadays it's so easy to put together a song that there's really no heart or soul behind it. Gotcha. That, you know what I'm saying? And the kids are like, the prime example, and my final thought, the kids, the 21-year-olds, the 18-year-olds, they're saying it too. They're literally saying it too. Yeah. Think about us having our middle school dance or high school prom and us saying, nah, dog, play some NWA or play some freestyle music. Like, okay, cool, maybe we could hear some of it or whatever. But like, are you gonna?
I wanted to hear in the club in 2005, 2006.
That's what I'm saying. In the club, I want to hear Get Low. I want to hear Yeah. I want to hear Bad. I want to hear Booty Rockin' Everywhere. I want to hear Juvenile. You know what I'm saying?
I got what you're saying.
Like, we weren't saying, oh yeah, no, play Whitney Houston. You know what I'm saying? Like, we weren't saying that. How are these kids saying that? That's the same exact thing.
I get what you're saying.
But I don't know, dog.
No, it's sad, and I hate it. No, but it's a true.
That's just the reality of it, dog. That's
topic number 5. We went totally over that. How many minutes do we got, Jerry?
1 hour later.
Jerry, this is probably gonna be a quick one because so we could keep it under an hour. But hit me with it. This is one that we discussed prior to coming on to the show. I apologize. This whole episode might get us canceled. I really don't give a fuck, honestly.
We know Gus hates fat people. Yeah. Because he thinks that he's what is it?
I have six-pack abs.
No, what is
body by Jake.
No, what is it? This is the peak male body.
This is peak male fitness, and there's not a fucking thing you're gonna do about it. If you guys don't know, we're gonna put the video of the guy rollerblading and doing a flip.
You might not like it, but this is what the peak male athletic form looks like, and there ain't a fucking thing you can do about it.
Shirtless.
Man, I can't do that. Are you kidding me? If you try to do that,
Pablo, please. You have to walk up a box. You have to walk up to the second floor where we're shooting this podcast with a box, and you complained the entire time. It was absolutely.
I would literally rather ride a death trap of that elevator.
He was so upset that he had to go up that stairs.
Like that ruined my whole.
Hit an elevator that we both know is in service. Didn't give a shit. That just on
I would legit risk going up one floor on a death trap.
Come on.
Then go up. Yeah, no, I get it, dog. Whatever, dog. Anyways.
10-minute timer. Hit us with it. If we have to wrap it up before the 10-minute
maybe we do it before.
Go. No, come on. Topic number 5.
Oh, man. 18 businesses have terminated their relationship with Diddy's new e-commerce company in light of abuse allegations. In this podcast, I don't like to talk about like other artists or like pop culture stuff. I feel like I don't want to be like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, this continues to pop up. I thought it was something that was gonna go away. And this is gonna be controversial. Even my own girl got mad at me because of this. But like, I don't know if you followed this whole situation from the beginning.
No, I have no idea.
So Cassie, you've been waiting so long, which is also another
banger.
Banger that came out about 20 years ago, dog. And I can still play it right now, and I promise you it'll bang more than some of these tracks. But I don't know. Anyways, that was her only good song. She sucked after, and then she got married to Diddy. Right, and she was with Diddy for a long time. She was with him for. She was with him. Yeah, dog. I mean, it's Diddy, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like,
course.
he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He was, okay, she was with him for a really long time, and then they got divorced or like whatever the case is. And now, all of a sudden, she puts a lawsuit saying that he abused her and that she was forced to have sex with other guys and all these different things. But here's the thing, and I will admit, I don't know so much about the statute of limitations and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it was just a lawsuit. And if you got raped and abused and all this stuff, like, wouldn't you want the guy to go to jail? Right?
Sure.
Like, it's not what, like...
Is it a
what
civil lawsuit?
It was a civil lawsuit.
Okay, so
and it got solved like this.
Sure.
Right? And here's the thing, and here's what I said, right? Here's what I said. Being a cuck isn't illegal. Like, it's not illegal,
man,
dog.
we're not making it.
Because here's what I...
You're not going to make it past this episode. 1,000%. 1,000.
Being a cuck is not illegal, though, dog. Like, let's be serious, right?
Sure.
Like, if you want to see your girl get fucked by another dude, that's on you, cuz, but that's not against the law.
Sure.
And I feel like that's what Diddy kind of like liked,
Yeah.
right? And maybe it was one of those things where he was like, yo, I want to see you get fucked by fucking whoever, right? Whatever. Whoever it may be. And she may have not necessarily wanted to, but he was like, babe, like, this would mean a lot to me. And, you know, all these different things. Like, that's how I imagine that going. Because here's the thing, like, why wouldn't you just off rip stop that?
Right.
You know why?
Money.
Exactly. And that's the reason why she put the lawsuit, dog. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that Diddy is tremendo, you know, Catholic and he's, you know, all this stuff. No, he's probably a sicko. He's a degenerate. He's a cuck. He's all this stuff, whatever. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you could be a sicko and a degenerate and not be illegal.
And not get sued for it.
Right. And now all of a sudden, years later, right before, from what I read, right before like the statute for that civil lawsuit ended, now she puts the lawsuit. Yeah. Right? And I think that what ended up happening was Diddy's kind of gay and he doesn't want that to come out. And she made a lot of crazy allegations about him being a cuck and being gay and doing all these different things. So he was like, yo, I'd rather, bro, he's a billionaire, dog. I'd rather pay 40 million, 50 million, whatever it be. And I don't want people to know that I'm gay. And that's what I said at first, right? But then what happens? All of a sudden, these chicks, and this is why I said, what Cassie's doing is not right. She just wants money. This is not about Diddy being a degenerate or doing something illegal or raping or abusing. This is about money. Now, all of a sudden, all these chicks are coming out because he abused me and he did this and he did that. No, Mima, you were there. It was Diddy and you knew what you were doing and now you want to flip the script.
Yeah.
He's a sicko. He's gay. Who cares? That's his problem, dog.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Now you just want to make bread. So Cassie laid the blueprint for everybody else to now come on and say, oh, yeah, he did it to me too, dog.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. And here is, because right now, I'm losing everybody, right? Everybody hates me right now. Here's the thing. Maybe he did do wrong. Maybe he did rape people. Maybe he did abuse people. But what Cassie and all these other bras that want money are doing is delegitimizing what the people that probably did get, if it happened, did get raped or abused by Diddy, dog.
Right.
No? That just pisses me off, dog.
Oh,
that's what's happening,
God.
dog. That's exactly what's happening. And also, what I'm really upset about is my favorite song is Satisfy You by R. Kelly and Puff Daddy. Now I can't hear the goddamn song without being judged. Because that's a great song.
Look, here's the thing. Look, at the end of the day, I don't necessarily agree with all of what you're saying, but what I do agree with, whatever it is that you're saying, right? What you just said is that cancel culture, fuck you.
Right.
Right,
That's what I'm saying.
1,000%. So, like, for the people who are going to sit there and, like, judge whatever you just said, whether they agree with you or not, and be like, oh, well, that guy, if you didn't side with the victims with absolutely zero
That's my point.
evidence, then you're automatically, like, you're a piece of shit, you're a scumbag, whatever. Cool. That I don't agree with. I don't agree with what you said completely, but it doesn't mean that what you're saying doesn't have validity to it and shouldn't mean that you get absolutely wrecked and like people shouldn't show up to your events and like, you know what I mean? Because that's cancel culture and like fuck cancel culture 1,000%. Here's what I think. There is a lot of allegations that have come out and only because I've been on Instagram and Twitter and all this stuff, like a lot of really crazy ones.
Yeah, of course.
Like there was one, and again, what you're saying is true. What I'm saying is that there's pictures of him with like 15 and 16-year-old girls sitting on his lap. The girls are super provocative. I get it, but nevertheless, you're 15, 16 years old.
I haven't seen those pictures.
Yeah. Regardless of the fact, that's illegal, Papa. You don't do that.
No, right?
You don't,
I mean, in that
granted,
case, yeah.
it was back in the 90s, whatever it is, and he was like 26, 27. But nevertheless, you're sitting with an underage girl on your lap.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Of course.
Got it.
But
and I'm not saying.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, what you're saying is not wrong. However, there is a bunch of other allegations of him sexually abusing men, sexually abusing grown men.
Yeah.
A long history of him partying and abusing other people.
Yeah.
That yes, of course, sometimes as a guy, say for instance, you're trying to be an artist, you're not becoming an artist, you're at a party, whatever the fuck, something happens to you. You know how we are, guys. Like, we're going to keep that shit within. We're not going to say it out. And then all of a sudden, someone paves the way, regardless of if it was for money. To your point, what I'm trying to make is that it does delegitimize. I don't know how to fucking say it. You lose legitimacy as a person who did go through that crazy trauma, and maybe he is a sicko, and maybe he does do a bunch of crazy shit.
I'm not denying he's a sicko. He's probably a sicko.
Yeah.
Let's be serious.
And maybe he did abuse, bro. Someone who has that egotistical power. I don't know the guy personally. I don't know what he did. Whatever it is, what I'm saying is that if you have that kind of power and you can, there's no way you're gonna get away with anything that you're saying. Yeah. You tend to abuse that power over and over. And so therefore,
and it becomes your reality.
It becomes your reality.
Yeah, of course,
and what I'm saying is, and so if you are that dude who did get abused, if you are that woman who did get abused and all this shit, and now you come out and you got a bunch of people who are clout chasing as well, it sucks to know that you are going to be thrown in the same bucket as, oh, well, you're just paper chasing because it's Diddy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that sucks. And like, that's where I feel like there has to be that level of like, look, we're not in the courthouses. We're not presenting evidence. We're doing trial by media. We don't know what the hell happened in there. We're absolutely judging Priya. Maybe Cassie just got sick of it, and it just so happens to be a coincidence. I'm not saying that it did. It happens to be a coincidence of her claiming all these things right before the statute of limitation. Maybe she just got divorced. Maybe she just got fed up with it. And what if she did get abused for 20 fucking years? Whatever it was, or 10 years, or whatever it was. And like, imagine going through all that, and then now you say it, and then now you're just being like, oh, well, it's the statute of limitations. You're just trying to get money, blah, 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 blah. Not saying that you don't have an argument. What I'm saying is that there's the other side of that coin, and it's a real coin, and there's real humans that are getting really, really affected. And I'm not just saying that because I care. That's how I am as a person.
Yeah.
You know me. I would make that same argument whether this cameras were on or not.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is that there is actual people that if they were abused and they were suffered and went through that crazy ass abuse, that's insane.
Right.
And for them not to be heard, at the very least heard, whether you believe them or not, at the very least heard, it's just unfair to them.
I think about if I was in that situation, like I mean, yes, a little money would, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take a little money.
No, what you're saying
but at the
is
same
true,
time,
though.
if they gave you, I don't know, 500K, like they gave you a clean meal.
Yeah.
But Diddy's walking a free man, and that actually happened to you.
Yeah.
Would that still make you feel good?
Yeah, I mean, no. What?
And I'm a firm believer that if you do something illegal, then you're going to jail. R. Kelly did something illegal, and therefore he's in jail.
Yeah.
If Diddy did something illegal, then those people that went through that should see it all the way through, and make sure that sick fuck is in jail, dog. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't. You know what I mean? Like, don't make it about money. Don't make it about this. Don't make it about that. Like, there has to be something where this guy can't get away with it, dog. I'm sorry. If he's walking out scot-free, then there's something there, dog. You understand what I'm saying?
From a legal standpoint, what I'm saying is like sometimes, like OJ, bro, he got tried in a criminal court.
Yeah, but that was another story.
What I'm saying, but I'm saying like, and then afterwards they just went into him in a civil case and they won a bunch of money. Sometimes you don't have enough evidence to be like, okay, well, like, okay, he was raping me, he was abusing me, whatever, as an example. Okay, in a criminal court, as an example, you would have to present some sort of like, okay, well, we need semen inside, you know, like, without getting fucking crazy with it. Yeah. In a civil course, it's a lot less. So sometimes you say, okay, well, the lawyer could just sit down and be like, hey, listen, we're not going to win in a criminal case because this was done over a span of 10 years and you have no physical proof. However, if we can get witnesses, blah, 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 we can win in a civil case, and this is where we're going to win. So let's just hit them where they hurt, which is in the pockets, and that's why they may do that. Not to necessarily say, again, not to say that there aren't paper chasers out there, because there are, but for the most part, it is. And maybe, like I said, it hurts me more because, like, not hurts me as if I have some sort of validity towards rape victims. Oh, but what about me? Like, no, that's not what I'm trying to say.
Hashtag me too.
Yeah. Like, I happen to be a huge fan of Bad Boy and Bad Boy artists, and that was a big part of my growing up. So to think that the dude who, like, is responsible for guys like Biggie Smalls, Mace 112, Craig Mack, like all these really heroic artists in my
amazing songs,
you know what I mean? And to think that that guy is a piece of fucking shit is like when we talk about, can you play R. Kelly without feeling some sort of guilt? Can you play Michael Jackson without feeling some sort of guilt?
Don't put Mike
whatever,
in there. Don't put Mike in there. Chill out.
Regardless of whether you believe it or not. I'm saying, like, can I step in the name of love knowing that he peed on little girls' faces? Like,
I'll step in the name of love.
I'll step in the name of love.
I'll satisfy you. You know what I'm saying?
I really don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Canceled.
Canceled. That's it, dog. We made it to episode 5. Thank you for everybody for listening to us. Like, we're done here now. Now Melo's the raper supporter, the rape defender, and all these different things. No, my point is,
who cares? No, but you should say your point freely.
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter. It doesn't. You're not gonna get canceled. Whatever.
I'm just saying, like, yo, go to jail. If you did something wrong, there has to be something where he should actually pay the price. He's a billionaire. He could literally give away half of that and still have $500 million at minimum. Yeah. That's not gonna do nothing to him, dude. Yeah. That's not gonna do nothing to him. If he did all this shit, and I'm not saying that he didn't do it, I'm just saying if he did it, he should be in jail and he should be paying the actual price, dog. Money is nothing to him. Yeah. Money is nothing to him. So everybody that's doing all these different things, it just looks like they're after the money. And my thing is, if you're a rapist, go to jail. Don't pay money to get away with it. And that's exactly what's happening right now. Because if he really raped you and he really abused you, he should not be getting away with it by paying money. He should be paying the actual price. And that's my point, dog. I'm not supporting rapists, dog. Yeah. But he does have a lot of bangers. And so does R. Kelly.
Said, if you guys are interested in a Cuban link chain, visit GusVillaJewelry.com.
You guys need any DJs, corporate parties, Christmas parties.
I do weddings. I'm really good with children.
Really good with the quinceañeras. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here.
All right, guys. That about does it for another episode of the VVS Very, Very Senseless Podcast. That was episode 5. We will see you guys. Remember, if you made it, I mean, if you could stomach this entire episode, which was just horrific, if you could stomach the entire thing to the very end, drop a comment down below of what you would like to talk about. It doesn't even have to be trending at this point. We're just going to grab one. It's going to be the pickers or the comments picks. That's the one we're going to do. I don't even know what that made sense.
I don't know what you said.
Yeah, whatever. It's going to be, fan pick. And we're going to talk about it. And, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Dale.
Lego.